What up, YouTube fans? It's your boys, Detroit Love, PDubs, MichaelB The Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's get it started.
Welcome to the Funhouse, guys. Welcome to the Super Game Room Dudes, your arcade and gaming podcast show. I'm your host, Patrick PDubs. With me, as always, are the hostess with the mostest, Detroit Love, Restalgia, MichaelB The Game Genie. How are you three gentlemen doing this fine evening?
You know how to do it, baby. Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm feeling pretty good tonight, man. I'm Carol's bottom. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this.
All right. Well, as we always do when we kick off the show, we got to say hi to the usual suspects in the live chat. Detroit Love, who are our usual suspects tonight? Who's here?
How you doing tonight? Hollywood Polo's in the house. Mitchell,
how was your day?
How was your day? Adam X to die for is in the house. Who's out there? Stephen Ramsey.
Who else we got? We got Antisocial Hero, Devil Waldo, Gary, Jeff Rule, Kamla.
Are we frozen? Somebody's frozen. Is that me?
Yeah.
You're
it's always me. It's always me. If I'm not making noise, I got spinning circles.
All right, guys. So I promised the AtGames gaming community that I wouldn't make them wait. I wouldn't make them sit through the arcade and gaming news. We're going to get right off to the paces here. We're going to dive into all the AtGames reveals for you. Here's what we got. We're going to tell you what's included in the firmware today. We're going to tell you all about the AtGames Rachel board. We got the pricing, release dates, all that stuff. We're also going to give you all the information about the Bada Bing Bada Boom Zac Pack Pinball Pack 5. That's right, the Zaccaria Deluxe tables. We got release dates, pricing, all that information for you as well. And we're going to do it right now. I'm not going to make you guys wait for that information. So let's hit it and hit it hard. So for instance, guys, it's really important here to talk about the firmware update coming out today, especially if you want to get your hands on the Zac Pack, you're going to want to update your pinball firmware. So when it comes to this, let's get you full screen, guys. This is the firmware for the arcade machines, right? They're adding some bezel art for the ArcadeNet games. Also, full compatibility with the Legends gamepad. Interesting. Sounds like the gamepad is about to be released. Let's keep that in mind, guys. And of course, there's the typical known issues. But the important thing to note about the AtGames Legends Pinball Firmware 5.33, they did identify and claim that in this firmware update, that frame skipping issue is going to be resolved, guys. Apparently, whatever was causing that whole USB, HDMI, whatever that issue was to cause the frame skipping when you plug in your own PC to this cabinet, they claim it's going to be resolved in this firmware update. So make sure you guys, if you're the kind of person who wants to plug your own PC into the cabinet, make sure you guys update your firmware to get this fix put in. As well as some of you may have already noticed, I know it kind of leaked out earlier today, that underneath App Store X, they did create the tile for the Zac Pack Volume 5 code redemption. But of course, it's not live yet. The tile's there, but it's not live. We're going to give you all the details on this in just a minute, guys. So just so you guys know, frame skipping finally being fixed. Restalgia, how important is this? Because we've seen a lot of feedback on this in their communities lately.
I think it's pretty important when you release a machine that one of the big features that you boast is allow people to connect their own PCs and play their own games on your hardware. It's a pretty important thing to have that actually function correctly. So the big thing here is that that type of feature it's not a small feature. You've got to make sure that it's compatible across multiple different GPUs and CPUs and configurations, and it's complex. So I'm glad to see that they got that taken care of.
Yep. So a lot of folks were saying, if this is a hardware issue, AtGames owes us new motherboards. Well, if AtGames found out this was actually a software issue, that it could be fixed via software issue to optimize the hardware, well, it sounds like they don't need to send out boards. They just need to get this firmware pushed out, right? Now, obviously, this firmware is going live tonight. I haven't downloaded it yet. I haven't tested it yet. So I can't tell you whether or not it works for me. You know what I'm saying? Or any of that stuff. So obviously, when we get off this show, I plan on downloading it and testing it out. Detroit Love, you like plugging in your PC to your AtGames Legends Pinball. Does this excite you as well, my friend?
Yeah. I mean, the thing I like about AtGames, they're a engineering company that makes arcade machines. So they're always working behind the scenes to get things fixed, to make things better, versus a toy company that makes arcade cabinets. So that's the big difference there. These are things I expect from them, and so it's good to see them producing.
Michael B. The Game Genie, you want to add in any thoughts? I know you just got your pinball machine.
Just got my pinball machine. I can't really add in any thoughts just yet. I haven't had a chance to do much. I'm still waiting for something to come for it so I can plug my PC into it. So,
well, we're happy we could help you. Have a great night. All right, guys. So, guys, I'm going to leave it up to you in the live chat. Do you guys want to know about the Zac Packs or the Rachel board? Put a 1 in the live chat if you want to hear about the Zac Packs. Put a 2 in the live chat if you want to hear about the Rachel board. I'll leave it up to you, viewers. What do you want to hear next? You're going to get the full reveals either way. But, guys, this is your show. You let me know what you want. Restalgia, Zaccaria Deluxe tables. Before we dive into that, what are you thinking about?
I didn't actually spend very much time with those, so I don't know. You guys had your influencer briefing earlier on today. I wasn't able to participate. I had some other stuff going on in my personal life, so I missed all of it. I'm not the right person to ask. I actually don't know anything. I know much less than any of you guys here, or anyone else that actually was on that briefing. So I'll kind of hand the baton over. Mike, you can kind of cover this.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Poor Mike. Well, guys, I'm actually on my end, between all 4 live chats combined into a single chat, it does say I'm seeing number 1. I'm seeing number 1 more than number 2. Looks like you guys want to know about the Zac Packs. All right, guys, let's get to the Zac Pack stuff. So, yes, your deluxe tables will be a separate game pack, Game Pack 5, and it will come with, let me grab a little screenshot here for you.
It's hot. Get ready, guys. It's hot.
What do you mean it's hot?
This pinball is hot. You know.
This pinball is hot. You're so funny. All right, let me take this off there. Let me take this off here. You know, they get cranky. They get cranky if we share stuff that we shouldn't share. So let's share this. So it will come with, let's get this shared, guys. It's going to come with 10 games. It's going to be a 10-game pack. I am a little bit surprised about one omission. I know that the Zombies table is technically one of the extra tables or award tables or campaign tables. I really like the Zaccaria Zombies table. Doesn't look like that's going to be included, but all 10 deluxe tables that are out now on Steam, AtGames does have those. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Zaccaria Deluxe tables, what's interesting is not all 10 games have made it to all platforms yet. Not all 10 games are on the Switch. Not all 10 games are on Xbox, PlayStation. Not all 10 games are on Android yet. All 10 games can only be found on Steam as well as on the AtGames ecosystem, guys. So you are going to get Red Show Deluxe. You're going to get Sinistar. You're going to get Spooky. You're going to get Strike. You're going to get Universe, Pool Champion, House of Diamonds, and Robot. And I think there's one more we missed on here.
2 more. That's
Two.
only 8. Farfalla.
Farfalla and Combat.
Combat,
Yeah.
that's right. And just so you know, PDubs, Zombies already a part of one of the other packs.
Yeah, but not the zombie campaign table where you have the zombies walking across the table trying to kill you and you got to blow them up with bombs and all that kind of stuff. It's one of my favorite tables they've ever done.
Yep.
That's not included. But the basic like zombie EM style table, that one is included in one of the packs. But yeah, guys, so this picture has 8 of them. But yes, the Farfalla and the Combat Deluxe, because those 2 just got released, those are also going to be included. So my apologies for that, guys. Trying to get you what I can from this presentation. So what do you guys think? You're going to have 10 deluxe tables. Detroit Love, have you played those deluxe tables in any other platforms? While I grab the next item here to share with everybody.
No, I haven't. I have not. I have no idea what to expect, so I'm going to be totally surprised by it. I'm going to be totally joyed by it. I enjoy the Zaccaria tables. The physics are really nice. You know, I'm looking for something different. I'm looking for these deluxe tables to see what they do different with them.
Yeah.
So-
Go ahead.
So, out of everything we saw, what do you think is going to be the best table on that pack? My vote's for Spooky.
Can we put the list back up?
Hang on, guys. Throw it in the live chat. If you have a favorite deluxe table, go ahead and throw that in the live chat. Were you saying there?
Michael B.
Who was talking just now? Sorry, I'm doing like 5 things at once.
Many of us were talking at the same time. Many of us. But I speak the loudest,
I
so
didn't
listen
see the
to me.
presentation, so
So Restalgia asked for you to put the list back up, and I asked for people to say what they thought was going to be the best table.
Oh, I already got the list put away.
My God.
Whatever
the bowling one.
I like that strike.
I really like that. I really like that table. It's
All
a
right,
very fun table.
So I'm seeing a lot of people saying spooky and things like that. So let me kind of show you guys what some of this stuff is going to have included on it. So for instance, guys, when it comes to, well, what are these deluxe tables? If you're not familiar with it, these deluxe tables have more 3D animations. They're more complex tables. They have a lot more features than the standard, like the solid state version of these games. These games are kind of similar to that stuff you would experience from, you know, let's say like Zen Pinball FX3, but these are obviously different IPs. They're not like superheroes flying across the screen, that kind of stuff. So very similar. Magic Pixel has done a fantastic job working on these tables, but of course we're going to get a more modern style DMD when it comes to this stuff. And obviously all of these games, AtGames has confirmed, will be 1080p 60 frames per second. 1080p 60 frames per second, guys, which is fantastic. Let me get that off of there. And let's move on to the next thing. Go ahead.
So the DMD, the whole time I was looking at it, it looks like a slot machine for some reason, like the back screen on a slot machine. I was looking at it and I was like, woo, swinging bells.
Yep. All right, so let's take a look here. So what we have for you guys, where is it? Because I want to get there. I want to get to the release date because I know people are waiting. Where is it?
So someone said they hope the sound is louder. What issues are people having with the sound?
No, well, Stardust just asked, did they fix the sound issue with the original Gottlieb tables? And that is in the update tonight. So
yes, yeah. that is in the firmware, guys, which is kind of funny. So that video I made yesterday, with a possible sound fix, that might not apply anymore, because if AtGames has fixed the sound on the Gottlieb tables, you might be able to just go back to the adjustments. Michael B, do you remember the release date for the Zac packs? I'm having a difficult time finding the release date in the presentation.
Oh yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. I believe the Zaccaria Deluxe packs might be. I'm going to be totally wrong on this, but they might be coming out as soon as the next Pinball Express wave.
Yes. Okay, here we go, guys. Let me type this in so people can take screenshots in case if they forget. So Zac Pack 5. Zac Pack 5 will be released on May 19th, guys. May 19th. You're talking 5 days from now, will be released on May 19th. They will be offered as a single pack. Let me adjust this. It is going to be $50, just like all of the other packs. And I definitely want to get your guys a live feedback on that. Let's see here. He says, awesome. Didn't you go through this? We didn't have a rehearsal, comma. We literally just got off of this. So yeah, guys, wow, coming soon.
Rehearsal. I don't like that. You don't rehearse a podcast show. You don't sit down there and say, what are we going to say tonight? That's not real. That's not natural. That doesn't flow.
You guys don't do that. That's why I was late. Well, just sitting in front of the mirror talking to myself about what we were going to talk about tonight.
Well, the way I look at it, when I looked at the pricing, I was like, okay, so technically, as we all know, there's no doubt about it that the Zac Pack games are on the AtGames platform are a little bit, well, not a little bit, but they're definitely a higher price than what you find on other platforms, right? Obviously, AtGames is wanting to make a profit. Magic Pixel's wanting to make a profit. But also, guys, when it comes to these deluxe tables also on Steam, I think they're about $2 or $3 a piece anyway. So you're looking at close to $30 anyway. I think retail. I bought them a long time ago, though, so I don't remember exactly, but I think that's today's price. Someone let me know in the chat. I think it's about $30. So, you know, it's a little bit higher than that. But then again, all the AtGames pinball packs have been $50. And if you guys know AtGames has been doing sales on these things all the time. You know what I mean? Like if they knock this pack down to $35 in the future, that would be cool. I mean, that would be almost near MSRP if you ask me on other platforms. But guys, I definitely appreciate your feedback. Yes, Gary, they're about $3 a piece on other platforms. That's correct. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Zach,
I mean, I look at it this way with AtGames. AtGames is not selling millions and millions of these things like other platforms are when you have it on your iPhone and your tablets and your PCs. You know what I mean? And so you're going to have a more premium price with it. That's just the reality of it.
Now, this is an important question here. Stardust says, sounds fair as long as the tables are good.
Oh, yeah.
So for instance, AtGames has told us today, in fact, that obviously these tables will be part of the leaderboards, pinball leagues, because they do plan on doing pinball leagues, as well as all features of the table work when it comes to the back glasses, the haptic feedback, the plunger, the accelerometers, just like every other pinball game that they've released that you run natively via Flash Drive X. All the features of the table will work. And we saw some videos of some tables today during a closed door meeting, and it looked pretty good. And that's not me just trying to hype their stuff. I mean, it honestly looked pretty good. Go ahead, Michael B.
Well, I was a little distracted. B Kong was there in a suit, and I just couldn't focus on anything else.
Oh,
I was like, I'm so underdressed. B Kong is showing everybody up.
Yeah. You know, I go to the meeting dressed like this, right? B Kong shows up in a suit. It's like, what's going on, guys? How's it going? I'm like, hold on, let me take my hat off and go change. So look at this. Kev Grad, if 1UP sold 10 tables for 200, everyone would be freaking out. I don't know. All right, so that's what's going on with the Zac Pack, guys. Flash Drive X, leaderboards, leagues, all features of the table, $50. You're going to get the 10 games. They're going to be released on May 19th, which is just 5 days from now. Good news, some of the social media influencers are receiving the games tonight. So if you guys want to kind of see more of a visual demonstration, I'm pretty sure some YouTubers will maybe probably do some live streams or some reviews and kind of show you guys what these games look like. That way you can make your own informed decision, the decision that's best for you. Sling Spade gave me a $2 super chat. Just wanted to say he loves me, man. Well, I love you too. And why did you stop calling me?
Baby, come back.
Baby, come back.
Now I have a question about the May 19th. So the tables are going to be able to instantly buy and download and play immediately.
Yep, you'll get the codes. You'll be able to enter the codes as long as you're on the latest. Guys, you got to update your firmware. As long as you're on the latest firmware, you'll be able to get them all up and running. How many of you are going to buy Zac Pack 5 starting next Tuesday? Let me know in the live chat. Put a 1 in the live chat if you are. Put a 0 if you're not. I'd love to see it, guys. I want to see that community feedback. We have well over 200 people watching. Want to see what you guys are going to do. I'm definitely going to probably do some live streams this weekend and show you guys what these games look like. We'll get you some good camera shots of the back glass and the play field and hopefully help you make a decision.
Well, whatever like Sling Spade loves all us now, so
I just saw that.
And that's probably why he's not calling you, because he's calling us as well.
You're just a side piece, P-Dubs.
Look at this. Kongs R Us says you got dressed for success and the only Flans t-shirt, but Mrs. Kongs sleeps with it. Which, by the way, guys, we have a very important announcement to make. We have
It's a good segue, P-Dubs.
I know it's a very, very good segue. Hang on, guys. I got to get there. This is huge, guys. This is groundbreaking. I don't know if you guys saw this yet, but this is probably the biggest news in arcade and gaming. Hang on one second. Let me get that off the screen. Let me get this.
You can tell that we really rehearsed this show.
Hey, I'm trying to do 4 things at once. Hang on right here. Okay, now.
Thank you, Sling Spade.
Yep, Sling Spade, thank you for all the super chats. We're trying to do 5 things at once. Guys, the most important thing about arcade and gaming is the Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. Take it away, MichaelB The Game Genie. What do you want to let everyone know?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you can get your very own Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. Head on over to Restalgia's Teespring store. A personal favorite of mine is I'm a Copstitute. It's a shirt that you could buy for your grandmother and she'd be happy to wear. Everybody head on over to Restalgia's Teespring store today to get your Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. It's fantastic.
All righty. We plugged the merch, guys. We plugged the merch. And by the way, did you guys see what happened with MichaelB The Game Genie with Alyssa Milano? Okay. Well, guys, we'll get to Alyssa Milano here in just a few minutes, but let's get you to the next thing. Let's get you to the Rachel board. Rachel. So let's talk about the Video Input Backglass Switching Board, aka VIBS. Or if you're from the Kongs R Us universe, you call it the Beavis board. All right, guys, let's talk about the Beavis board or the VIBS board, or what is it? The Rachel board? God, what is it? I can't even remember.
Rachel is the official. It's the official word.
All right, so I got some good news for everybody. Okay, the board has been redesigned slightly. Now, a lot of people were bugging me when I received my board. A lot of people were hitting me up on my channel, in my comments, in my live streams, in my post comments after videos. They're like, PDubs, why haven't you made a video about the board? And that's because I knew the board that I had was a prototype beta board, wasn't the same board you guys were going to get. It was more for testing, right? So for instance, guys, if you guys recall my board, when it came to plugging in that button, you know, that button for switching and stuff, like somebody had like soldered the button onto the board and put a big glob of glue on there. I mean, guys, let's be honest. It looked terrible. No one wants to buy a product that looks like that. So sure enough, guys, the new VIBS board here, when it comes to the button, if you guys can see this right here, that button will have a very nice port that you're going to plug it in that runs to the micro switch. So just so you guys know, the board has changed. And by the way, Michael B, tell people, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I don't understand how you didn't see it in the first place. It's clearly there.
I did not see it.
If you've never watched Blade Runner, I guess you wouldn't know who she is. But if you've seen Blade Runner, you clearly know where the inspiration comes from.
It says here, Michael B just banned 10 people for talking negatively about Melissa Milano.
Oh, I don't ban them. I will do more than ban them.
But guys, take a look. You'll notice that printed on the board is a face, and I guess it's going to come this way. So that's pretty hilarious, man. It kind of reminds me when iiRcade added that 1.21 gigawatts on their board. Nice little community inside joke. But yeah, just so you guys know, guys, you're going to get a professional, tight-looking board. You're not going to have a big glob of glue with buttons soldered on and all that messy stuff. But this is what the board is going to look like. All right, let me get this off screen here. Let's get you to some pricing and release.
Hold on. Can you show that picture again?
Did I delete it? Hopefully I didn't. Yeah. And go.
So does anybody know who that is? Like what else she was in other than Blade Runner?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Isn't she Finkel? Isn't she Einhorn? Finkel is Einhorn?
I think this one might be right. The chick from Blade Runner.
Well, she is the chick from Blade Runner, but who else is she? Because after Blade Runner, she didn't work very much after that. Apparently, she's
Sean Young.
She had some problems. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's Sean Young. All right, people are waiting. Let's get them the information they want, Michael B. We don't want to drag or do anything silly here. All right, so that's what the board's going to look like, guys. The board has been redesigned slightly. Let me grab you the details. And all right, hang on. You know what? I'm going to share this screen anyway. I don't care if they get mad. All right, guys. So this is what this diagram is going to look like. So when it comes to this, you're going to have your PC is going to need 2 HDMI out. Now, depending on your PC or your laptop, in order to get 2 screens on the pinball machine, you might have a USB-C to HDMI converter. You might have a, what do they call that? A display
DVI,
port.
Display port, DVI.
You might have even if you don't have 2 HDMI ports on the back of your PC today, take a look at what you got. Because if you have 2 display ports, you can get a display port to HDMI converter cable or something of that nature, right? And obviously, that one of those is going to go from the PC to the switching board, and that's going to be to connect your backglass. Yeah. Your USB cable is going to go from your PC to the Legends pinball, to one of the ports on the front of the pinball machine. Actually, I think it's the right port that it needs to be plugged in, and that's for your controls. And then your third USB cable, or your second HDMI cable will go from your PC to that port on the front of the Legends pinball machine for your main display. So just so you know how you guys are going to get this set up. Hopefully that gave you guys a nice quick little reference. Take screenshots if you need them. But that's the best way to explain it. Now, obviously with the board, you're going to get the board, you're going to get the EDP cable, You'll get the button cable, you'll get the button and a micro switch. So you're going to get all of those items. And where is it? I got to get you guys the price and release date. I know everybody's waiting, and we have a lot of stuff we got to cover after this.
Oh,
go ahead. You can talk. Go ahead.
We know the price. The price is $50 US with $20 shipping everywhere in the continental United States. Yep. And there's a small potential allotment going somewhere else that I can't really talk about right now. But message me.
All right. So 521 and plus is it 20 for shipping? Yeah, it is. All right, guys, take your screenshots now. The VIBS board is going to be released as well on May 19th, same day as the Zac packs. You'll be able to order it on the AtGames e-store for $50 plus $20 shipping. Thanks so much, Tampa Tech, for the sticker. Y'all going to rip on Restalgia's manscaping tonight? We'll get there. $20 shipping? Is it made of iron? I don't control that.
Listen, guys, it's not. There's a very good reason it's $20 shipping. So that's all I'll say.
What is it? Explain it.
I don't think it's coming from the U.S. I think that $20 shipping is also subsidized quite a bit. So you're getting a good deal, believe it or not.
Okay. Now, here's what's interesting is when they will have on the 19th limited availability. So this is going to be one of those you're going to want to get in and get your order in ASAP when the orders go live. Usually orders typically go live, I would say 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's what AtGames is known to do. Now, if it does sell out, they will have additional units in the coming weeks. So if you want to get it and get it soon, you got to get on that website. Yes, we do believe it's coming from overseas, guys, hence why the shipping charge is a little bit higher for everybody.
So Mr. Chip says charge $69.99 with free shipping. Now, a lot of people think
genius.
A lot of people think that's what Arcade1Up did with their what were they? The light up marquees, because they charged, I think it was what are they, $79.99? So the shipping was built in. That was the thought process we had.
Now, it's important to note, guys, that when it comes to technical support for this stuff, AtGames is providing a board for you to connect. And once you connect plug your PC into the board, plug it into the machine, turns it on. Once your PC is on the screen, that's where AtGames support stops. You can't reach out to AtGames and email them and say, hey, help me get VPX up and running or Future Pinball up and running. The goal of this stuff is assuming that you have some sort of technical knowledge or you already have VPX set up on your computer to run on multiple displays. The best thing to do, probably the easiest thing to do, is get that set up, using your desk, your TVs at home. Get your multiple displays set up and running. Make sure your build is good to go. That way, when you plug it in, you could probably get to playing a little bit quicker. But keep in mind, guys, you can't be emailing AtGames saying, hey, my Future Pinball, one of my tables won't play. Like, they're not going to provide you support for that, guys. And they have been getting a lot of those requests. Also, when it comes to these boards are very, very fragile. So when it comes to support, obviously, if you break the board yourself, you know what I mean? Like, that's not covered by warranty. You know what I mean? So take your time, follow the instructions when connecting everything. Literally, you're just going to connect a couple of cables and be done. Boom, boom, done. Go ahead, Michael B.
Stardust here in the comments asks, Rachel board voids warranty? No, it does not. As long as you're not doing anything else, like if you're just doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing with the Rachel board, you're cool. If you open it up and then, you're putting pizza in it and stuff like that, you're not cool. Don't put pizza in it. Just do the Rachel board stuff.
And guys, if you
put tomato sauce, just don't put pizza.
Now we do have a volunteer, Restalgia. We have Meatball Saucy. Guys, track down Meatball Saucy in the AtGames communities if you need additional support. It looks like he's willing to volunteer some support. So there you guys go if you guys need any help. Okay, let's continuing on. So I think that's pretty much covers it for the VIBS board. We got you the release date, we got you the pricing, showed you a picture of what it looks like. Obviously, AtGames is going to have installation. In fact, I think they already have a VIBS board installation tutorial on their YouTube channel. Once I get my hands on something that's not a beta, like I told AtGames, I want the final prototype. I said I'll be making content for it because I don't want to make a video of a board that's got a glob of glue on it and some wires soldered onto it. You know what I mean? It's not pretty. You know what I mean? So, so there'll be videos coming out on my channel. Also, Kongs R Us has done some great videos. Subscribe to Kongs R Us on YouTube. He's already put out some videos as well if you guys need some video support. Also, we gave you the information on the Zac Pack. I think we're good there. So are we all good with the AtGames stuff, or did I forget anything?
Well, I just want to say, hey, for $50 or even $70 with the shipping, that's way cool to be able to hook that up. And you didn't really mention it. You mentioned the button kind of quickly. The ability to keep your your pinball table stock, to be able to join the packs and do all that and hit a button and switch over to your PC is pretty amazing to be able to play all those extra games.
Yeah.
That's
an important thing to say.
I got to say this, guys. If you're watching our show, please don't go into our live chat telling people to go tune into another show, because if people who are fans of our show go into some other show and tell people to tune into our show, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be happy with those people for doing that in someone else's live stream. So please don't do that in our live stream. I'd greatly appreciate that. All right, guys, let's keep moving on here. So we got some Arcade1Up festival going on the AtGames website, but it's I don't have the video. Did you guys, what was it? I had to dip out of the meeting early, Michael B. Do you remember what the festival information is?
It's the Festival of Friendship.
It's a Festivus
for the rest of us.
The Festivus for the rest of us. That's right.
Oh, no, they're going to be doing a lot like what was going on with National Owners Day. So there's going to be a lot of really cool activities built around using ArcadeNet, going in and checking like the AtGames mail. I can't remember the exact terminology for it now off the top of my head. There's also going to be leaderboard challenges. Like as long as you go in and play, you have a chance to win. Like it's going to be great prizes like 1 month ArcadeNet. There's going to be prizes like you could possibly win. One of the prizes I think for the mail is the GameRoom Mini, and then there's also a chance with most of those competitions to win an AtGames Legends Ultimate Cab as well. So yeah, this is going to be really cool. Watch it. All you got to do is be a paid subscriber to ArcadeNet and go in and play the leaderboard games. So
oh, we forgot one thing. We forgot something huge. ArcadeNet owners who are waiting for these Zac packs to be available with their ArcadeNet subscriptions. What did we find out today, Michael B. The Game Genie, about that?
They're coming.
They're coming. So we did find out that starting the end of May, they're going to start putting the games on ArcadeNet for those who haven't bought the packs. Because if you guys remember, ArcadeNet subscribers were promised you're going to have access to all the pinball games as part of your subscription. However, the process of getting that optimized for delivery via that method has been a slower process. So by the end of May, they said they're going to start coming in little waves. So there'll be 5 pinball games added to ArcadeNet subscribers, 5 of the Zaccaria games by the end of May, and then they'll be keep adding in increments. You know, never know, it could be 5, could be 10, could be 20 as the weeks go by. So ArcadeNet subscribers, if you're not wanting to buy the game packs, if you're waiting for the game packs to show up with your subscriptions, those are going to start showing up the end of May, starting with 5 tables and adding more and more as they go. So hopefully that gives you guys some good information. Brad says, ArcadeNet, please. Well, hopefully we'll do that. Hopefully we'll do that.
And before we move off of AtGames, I did get my pinball control panel this week and really been enjoying that. You guys know I'm a fan of vertical arcade games, and that 32-inch display on my pinball machine does great with the vertical games and that controller. No complaint at all there. Love it.
Are you a shmup connoisseur, Detroit Love?
I am not. I'm Gallagher. You know, see, I grew up with Gallagher. Once they start doing that other stuff with throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you, that's just way too much for me.
Oh, what are they called? The Bullet Hell games. That's not your cup of tea, eh?
No. I don't understand how you guys like those things. That's just too much craziness for me.
I love a vertical game myself, but honestly, that control board and that AtGames Legends pinball, that's aching for some vertical shooters. Like, I think people are going to go nuts for that.
Oh yeah, they look nice on there. I've played them, and the thing I like about it is, you know, the black on black. I mean, when you're not using it, it just disappears, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's not all in your face. You know, because when I used to look at those V pins that they sold, and they had those arcade things on there, I used to be like, yeah, I don't know, I don't like that. And the reason why I didn't like them because they have these bright colors and they were just really in your face.
Yeah.
And it sort of takes away from the pinball experience. But I like the way they kept these things black and they just blend, they just disappear until you need them. So I think they did a great job with the presentation of it and the execution of it. And it was just, you plug in two things and you're up and running. So it's a winner.
All right, so Gary asked a great question. Will the deluxe tables go on the same flash drive X? Yes, absolutely. The same flash drive you have your other Zac packs on, your Gottlieb tables, if you're playing on other devices, same ones. Even if you had set up, whether you have one drive, a designated drive, or if you have a partition drive, because you also have add-on games like CoinOpsX and stuff, provided your first partition is like 16 gigabytes or so, adding these deluxe tables, you should be fine. It's not going to take up that entire 16 gigabytes because I think all the Zac tables only took up a couple of gigabytes. I think it wasn't anything huge. So you're only talking about adding 10 more games, might be less than a gigabyte more of information on your flash drive. Hopefully that helps you there. When it comes to pinball control decks, we were not given an update on those, but once I have an update, I will definitely share it with all of you guys. Restalgia. Did you get your pinball control deck for your pinball machine?
No, I just got my pinball machine.
Yep.
So I've barely got that thing out of the box.
So I want to ask you guys something, and guys, this is something that this is completely me. This is all PDubs. I was not asked to ask this question, but we have nearly 300 people watching right now. So this is a great time to once again get you guys involved in the show and ask you guys a question. You have these AtGames Legends pinball machine. A lot of people are going to play vertical games via add-on method. But my question for you guys is this, is if AtGames released a vertical game pack, like a game pack just like the flash drive games that you're going to play via flash drive X, if AtGames released like, here's a pack of, I don't know, 25 vertical shooters, 50 vertical whatever type games, would you guys buy it to play it on like your pinball machine as well as that Legends Ultimate Mini that's coming out later, in another month or two? Would you guys buy that? Put a 1 if you would, put a 0 if you wouldn't. Or what if they came out with, I don't know, an AtGames Legends Pinball Core, which wouldn't be as pretty because then you'd have a hockey puck plugged into your pinball machine. But what if that core had a bunch of vertical games on it? It seems like you're adding an extra step when you don't need to. I think since they've mastered this whole game pack delivery system, it makes more sense just to sell you game packs to download to your personal flash drive instead of plugging in like a hockey puck. But guys, I'm just curious, would you guys do that? Even though you probably play those games for free via other methods? I'm seeing a lot of 1s and yeses in the chat. What do you think about that feedback, Restalgia?
I think that's expected. I think that people are willing to support a company when they put out additional content that speaks to them, even if they've got other means of doing it. The same could be said for PC gaming. Like if you really want to, you can pirate whatever you want. You could go online, you can pirate games left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But most people choose not to with PC because you're trying to support the developers, you're supporting those teams. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of what the community is saying. Hey, I can do other things to play these games, but if you're willing to provide me a legal means, I'd rather go through kind of those steps. And I think it makes sense. What I'd like to see is, I'd love it if they included vertical packs and extra stuff in the App Store.
Because for those who are not competition gamers, maybe just playing your own add-on games is the way to go. But these games would obviously be part of their ecosystem. Leaderboards, you know what I'm saying? And the way we could all friendly compete with each other, maybe even online, maybe even team play. Who knows what's going to come out with AtGames. But if AtGames came out with some vertical game packs, let's make that happen, guys. Let's ask them for vertical game packs. That's what I want. I don't know about you guys. AtGames did not ask me to ask this question. It's just something that I've been chewing on. And the most important comment I see in here, and it was from Brad a little bit ago, and I had it on the screen, and now I lost it because the live chat's going by so fast. Brad said that even though he has a way to play those games via what some people call nefarious methods, he would still buy the packs and support it. I would too. I'll be honest. I would too. What about you, Detroit Love and Michael?
Oh, 1 second. Nefarious methods. Do you mean got it from Cool Toy?
Oh, don't start that. He gets mad. He gets mad. He wants us to drop that joke. I don't want to piss him off. Let's leave that joke. That joke is dead.
Oh, Cool Toy won't get pissed off. He's a good guy. But to answer your question, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Again, we're a small percentage of people. You know, I have pirated everything that's possible to be pirated on the computer, and music, TV, games, over the years. But those things aren't what the masses have an interest in doing, have the know-how to do. You know what I mean? All that pioneering idea helped to make all these services available today, and that's what we do in bringing the interest, letting those companies know there's an interest out there. People, the average person don't want to jump through hoops to make these things happen. That's a very minority group of people that are willing to do those things. People want to just plug and play. So it makes sense to get those packs. They've done it before with they were called flash packs, whatever, back in the day when, their reputation wasn't as well. So now that they got a great reputation, they need to bring those things back and make it easy for people just to plug in some extra games and play.
Yeah. It's very. I'd say it's probably. My guess is less than 20%, maybe even less than 15% of their user base are the people who are using like the side-loaded games or whatever.
Oh, look at this, guys. PK has heard your voices. PK is here. Everyone say hi to PK. And also, guys, do me a favor. All right, at this point, you all could say I'm doing being a little bit of a brown noser. But, guys, Sunday was PK's birthday, and he didn't tell anybody. He tried to keep it secret. Guys, do me a favor. Wish PK a happy belated birthday in the chat. And it sounds like PK has heard you. Restalgia, I'm so sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead and finish your thought.
I have no idea what I was saying. I think I was saying that the majority of people that own their machines in the ecosystem, they're not side-loading games. They're playing what's built into them. So having the opportunity for those people to be able to just hop onto the App Store, purchase a game pack. Let's say we go with a Taito game pack or something along those lines, and being able to install that on their pinball machine and play them, I think is nothing but a good decision.
Go ahead, Mike.
So you add those games like a game pack. Then you're also going to add functionality where it's going to be leaderboard supported. You're going to add functionality where possibly can be played multiplayer. So not only do you support the company, but you get all those extra features too. It's an absolute no-brainer. I mean, this is the stuff through ArcadeNet. Why do I play Metal Slug through ArcadeNet? That's why.
Yep. We got a couple super chats, and then I'm going to ask you guys one more question. Don't miss it. Jeff Walsh says he pimped out his AtGames Legends pinball with his Zac tables and CoinOps. He can't complain. Dwayne says, I modded the graphics on my AtGames pinball. Do you guys plan on doing the same thing? If so, what is your theme choice? Actually, you're going to hate me, but you guys know, if you've been following my channel, I am a huge Gottlieb fan. I don't think I'm going to change the artwork on my table. I like the Gottlieb artwork. I think I'm going to keep it as is. What about you three? Let's go real quick because we got to ask them a question. If you could change the artwork, would you? And what would it be? Detroit Love?
It's my boy Spider-Man. No doubt about it.
Spider-Man? Michael B?
Restalgia and Cool Toy. I'd put both of them, one on each side. Cool Toy would just be a normal picture, but I'd want something really tasteful with Restalgia, like like sexy but tasteful.
Awesome. Okay, Restalgia, what about you?
I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to swap out the art on it. I've got some mods planned, but I haven't made any hard decisions. Lots of ideas are floating around.
Okay, guys, now I'm going to ask the community, because once again, we have nearly 300 people watching. Thanks so much. And it sounds like PK's in the live chat. Let's ask him another question. Let me ask you guys a question. You tell him the answer. This is another one, unsolicited. This is another thing that's been racking my brain. I've been covering AtGames since November 2019 when that Sam's Club unit shipped. I picked it up the week it shipped. I've been covering AtGames like crazy on my channel, over 200 some videos. I've watched this company go from this firmware that was a little bitty baby to now this firmware with all these features. Over the last year and a half, AtGames has built a pretty good infrastructure. They've spent a lot of time and money building a firmware infrastructure that allows leaderboards, team play, online play, all these really cool things, right? Voice chat, a lot of stuff you can't find elsewhere, right? They've spent all this money and time building this infrastructure, and they have added some new partnerships. They added Taito, and we got all these 47 new Taito games. They added partnerships with Farsight Studios. They added partnerships with Magic Pixel. But PK, guys in the live chat, let me know. Is it time to bring in more games? Is it time to get more licenses? I want to see more games on the AtGames platforms. You know, AtGames is going to come out with a Legends Ultimate Mini, and it probably is going to have 100, 150 games that maybe we've seen already on these other devices. We don't know yet. They haven't shown us the games list yet. But if it does come out with 100, 150 games, I would personally like to see new licenses, new games. If you guys want to see that, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't want to see that, put a 0. Michael B., go ahead. Do we need more games?
Yeah, our buddy Zohar just mentioned Mortal Kombat on AtGames. Can you imagine playing Mortal Kombat with a friend through ArcadeNet? That would be so dope. Yeah,
that would be dope. That would be dope. I think they've spent. I mean, someone was saying, "Well, AtGames doesn't have the games." You know, I've had this discussion with other people in the past. They're like, "AtGames doesn't have the games; they don't have the licenses." And I'm like, "Well, if you ask me, and this is just my opinion, over the last year and a half, nearly 2 years, and probably even longer than that, they've spent so much time building this big infrastructure, right? Well, now it seems to be like anything else you add at this point is just, you know, a cherry on top of the sundae, right? Like if they add some crazy feature, like, hey, if you hit this button, your AtGames will go make you a sandwich in the kitchen, right? Like anything like that. Anything new is just fluff. So at this point, I'm like, you have a great infrastructure. Let's go after some more games. Let's go after Midway, Konami, Capcom, all these games. I'd love to see these games on this platform. And it sounds like a lot of people want more games. They want new games, more games. PK, look at all the... Oh, my God. Look at all the ones in the chat, PK. People want more games. They want more games. And it sounds like they're willing to pay for them. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's just jumping in on that. I think it'd be really awesome to see lots of new licenses show up in the App Store X where people can actually just purchase a la carte whatever they want. But then I'd like to see some more advanced games running on ArcadeNet. Like you're talking about Mortal Kombat in ArcadeNet. Why limit yourself to classic arcade games, right? Why not go with something that wouldn't run natively? I think that's kind of going to drive massive interest into that kind of feature. If we start getting games that you can't run on any other platform, home arcade platform anyways, you may as well take advantage of those server systems.
Look at this. PK put the 1 in. Guys, does that mean more games are coming? Is he giving us a hint? Or is he just agreeing with the survey? That's hilarious. PK, thanks so much for swinging by the chat. Go ahead, Michael B.
So, to Restalgia's point, there's something for everybody. It's like the iiRcade model. They do classic games and you do modern games. There's people out there that are very excited to play modern games. Hey, Mortal Kombat 11. I'll play that. I'd love to play Mortal Kombat 11 on my Legends Ultimate against somebody. And I'm sure there's a way to do it. But we also want to play, there's people out there who want to play the retro games too. You cater to everybody as best as you can.
Got a $5 super chat from Jeff Walsh. My wife doesn't hate the AtGames pinball artwork, but I'm leaning towards a Monster Bash look. There you go, sir. That does sound very cool. Make sure you share pictures in the community groups. Brad O'Connell says, thanks, PK, for listening to the fans. It's really nice he swung by our show. Tech Zombie, will the Rachel board be something that is constantly restocked? So from what we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the wave that's available next week, May 19th, is going to be a smaller wave. It's probably going to sell out really quick because there's a lot of interest in this accessory. But AtGames did say there will be more coming in the coming weeks. So probably like the pinball machines, due to the... I mean, if you guys buy it, they'll probably keep restocking it. I mean, if you guys don't buy it, they're going to collect dust and they're not going to order anymore. So
this is just the best.
So demand...
How happy I am with this.
Wait, hold on. Is Detroit Love getting busted by his wife this week?
Boom.
That's awesome. It was me last week. Are you okay, Detroit Love? Do you need to take off?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thanks.
Are you in a safe space?
Yeah.
I have to order pizza.
Oh, okay. 8-Bit Brian says he'd love to see if AtGames could do a sit-down driving or yoke cab. That's good feedback.
Mhm.
So if PK is still here, I'm going to will my own idea into existence. I've talked about this, a cocktail cabinet, AtGames cocktail cabinet, where it's vertical and there's two sides, but then there's a third side where you can sit in the front and play horizontal games. I will literally will this into existence. If you want to see an AtGames cocktail table, let PK know.
Yeah. $5 super chat from Jason. Would like to see a fix for the pinball front speaker buzz. It's actually pretty loud and the ALU doesn't have it. Would make my machine perfect. Well, buddy, I know that they did release the firmware tonight does fix the volume issues with the Gottlieb tables. And I know that those old Farside Studio ports, the music on some of those tables, like Haunted House, Class of 1812, it's got a kind of like that retro, like a record player type sound, you know, it's like all staticky and stuff. Do me a favor, buddy, update your firmware and then let me know. Did that fix it? Did that make it better? Was that causing it? Or do you just have an issue with your speaker? I don't really have a major buzzing coming out of my left speaker like he's saying. So maybe that's it. All right, let's keep going. Mike says it buzzes on the menus. Okay, we'll have to see. Guys, update your firmwares. Let us know how the sound sounds. Herbor says we are the best. Well, we are not the best, but we are super. GameRoom dudes. Okay, you know what's funny, guys, is we had a lot of companies we wanted to talk about tonight. And not only that, we wanted to talk about Toy Shock. We got Toy Shock updates. We have Arcade1Up updates. We have MVSX updates. We also have stuff going on in the console world with the Nintendo Switch that we wanted to get to, but we're already at 52 minutes.
Keep
what
going.
do we do? What do we do?
Power
Michael
on.
B?
Power
What
on,
do we
man.
do?
Keep going. I don't care if we're still streaming tomorrow morning. As long as I can get my daughter to ballet, we're fine.
All righty. Love the chats. Thanks so much, guys. Oh, yes. And I did mention this, Mr. Chip. With the firmware update that just came out today, it might render the video I released last night useless. You know what I mean? Like I might have to delete my video because it'll be confusing to people if they come across it, right? So we'll see. We'll see. I got to update and test it myself. So Michael B, you would live stream all night. Okay.
Yeah, if Kevgrat's here, if
Kev
Kevgrat's here in the comments, he will tell you I'm on every live stream every night of the week. You can see me pretty much anytime. And don't forget to join us late tonight for Super Game Room Dudes After Dark on Detroit Love's channel. We'll also have Mrs. Kong's Are Us and B Kong on with us, and we're gonna have a hot time in the old town tonight.
Are you making that up?
But it might happen yet. We've been talking about it.
The Super Alien Dudes, the sad podcast, is that going to happen?
Sad podcast.
The Sadcast. We're calling it the Sadcast. All right, guys, let's keep going because people are waiting. We got over 300 people waiting for arcade and gaming news. Let's talk about the Toy Shock, guys. So I spoke with CEO Jeff Falke today over at Toy Shock about his pinball line. And let me grab the information he gave me. That way I can read it off without screwing this up. And I'll probably have to make a separate video for you guys for this about the Toy Shock. All right, so if you guys have a Toy Shock pinball machine and if you're waiting for those replacement PCB boards, well, check this out, guys. About 70% of the requested replacement boards were already mailed this week. They actually put them in the mail before they made the announcement to those who requested replacement boards for their version 1.1 pinball machines. These were all shipped via first class mail. They have tracking numbers, and it looks like you will get a tracking number sent to you via email from Linda Falke, Jeff Falke's wife, wonderful woman, wonderful human being. And they're going to send out confirmation emails with the tracking numbers as well as link to an installation video. Now, of course, when I saw that they were going to do that, I was like, oh, maybe they're going to link my installation video. But no, they made their own. And my installation video is kind of corny. I'm wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. I'm acting like a goofball. So kind of like how AtGames is making their own professional videos and not letting PDubs and make all these junky videos, you know. So Toy Shock, same thing. No, I'm just teasing, guys. So there you'll get a link to a video to watch for your install. Now, here's what's interesting, guys, is the factory's waiting on additional PCBs, and once received, will airlift them to Toy Shock to fulfill the other 30% of people waiting. They expect those boards to be available in late May or early June. Due to the IC shortages, there is no guarantee. They're having a hard problem apparently getting these parts for the boards. Now, here's what they are asking, which if you guys have a Toy Shock pinball machine and are waiting on your replacement PCB board, here's something interesting, is what they're asking that you return the old PCB board to them, because that will help them get through this process faster, as well as for diagnosing, quality assurance, all that kind of stuff. So what they're doing is when you receive your new PCB board, they're including a prepaid envelope and packing for you to return your PCB board. All you have to do is slap it in the box, slap the label on the box, drop it off at the post office, put it in your outgoing mail, and send it back to Toy Shock. Literally, it'll take you 10 minutes out of your life to do this. So guys, Toy Shock is asking, they asked me to politely ask all of you to please send back the old boards, and they would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Now, the new boards will have, of course, the reduced flipper lag. These are the 1.3 PCB boards that allows for about a 2 millisecond delay, which is really good for virtual pinball. And it will allow, obviously, the high score issues are gone, and the overall speed of the games have been increased. All the tables are running at 60 frames per 60 frames per second. Wow, I said all that in one mouthful. Holy cow. So yeah, guys, so good news from Toy Shock finally. I know a lot of people were waiting. Michael B, while I catch my breath here, what do you think about all that?
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear from Toy Shock because we're waiting on a release date. Last time I talked to Jeff, which was a long time ago, of possibly June for the Toy Shock here in Canada at the Brick. So we're still waiting on information for that. I know they're busy. I don't mean to put any extra pressure on, but hey, us Canadians are excited, Jeff. We'd love to hear an update if you ever get a chance, and there's people here that want them.
Yep. Chris says his mini. Oh, sorry, wrong comment. My mini's still in the box. Are the old boards getting repurposed, or are those getting new boards too? I don't know. They're just asking them to be returned, I would assume, so they could be diagnosed. And if they can be, like whatever, like they had whatever chip they have to replace or whatever to optimize the board to run the way it should have originally, they'll be able to do that, right? 8-Bit Brian says Mike B is excited about everything, and he is. That's why I love Michael B. I love his excitement.
It's not true.
His excitement is contagious. Now, when it comes to new products, so they are going to have another wave of pinball machines. So if you're someone who's looking for a Toy Shock pinball machine, remember the most cost-effective pinball machine in this 3/4 scale market. Those will be arriving here by the end of May, if not June. Here in the United States. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there who track import websites and things like that. So we'll find out when they're coming in. So there will be more Toy Shock pinball machines for sale soon from Walmart. Now, when it comes to those tabletop desktop pinball machines, those are probably not going to be coming out until the fall, is what they told us. So those aren't going to be coming out like next month as well. So just a heads up there, guys. Again, due to parts shortages, all these companies are suffering from part shortages. And, you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy world. Luckily, I only build things with popsicle sticks and guts and determination. Otherwise, I would have the same issues as these companies. Restalgia, I made you laugh. That was really cool.
I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, go ahead, Detroit Love. You're muted, buddy.
This next wave of Toy Shock pinballs, are these the 1.3 or whatever that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, these are
with
1.3.
with the painted or the bezel changes as well.
Yeah, the black and silver bezel, the mixture bezel, all those. Yep. Now, hopefully, we'll also see that come in multiple styles, right? Because some people wanted to get that in the black hole design. So hopefully, it's not just haunted house. Hopefully, it's haunted house plus maybe an option for black hole. I think a lot of people would like the black hole design. Yeah. Haunted house, you know, not everyone likes the haunted house design.
So, why? Is it the green?
Well,
yeah. For me, it was. It's
well, the green also. I had one guy message me. He said it looks like a Halloween decoration that I keep up year round. You know what I mean? Like it's not, you know, because you know. So black hole is something. If you put it up year round, you think you'll ever walk past it and think of Halloween? He's like, I think of Halloween every time I look at my pinball machine.
I like Halloween.
He was hilarious.
Haunted house is my favorite table of the Gottlieb tables, so I'd be excited to have a haunted house dedicated table, looks wise.
All right, let's continue powering through here. So that's what's going on in the world of Toy Shock. Also, in the world of MVSX, Unico let us know the other day. They said, hey, we're going to make an announcement at E3, but all the details are kept under lock and key. There's rumors that they might release a new arcade cabinet. They might release a console. They might release, what else did I hear? A fight stick, things like that. What do you guys think about Unico MVSX? Do you guys like that red cabinet? This red cabinet that I got right here behind me. It's one of my favorites in my collection. Do you guys want another cabinet from them, or are you looking for a smaller form factor from them with Neo Geo games? Restalgia, what do you think about this?
I have no idea what to think. I'm curious to see what they're coming out with.
What
I would like them to get into contact with me and tell me what to do with the demo unit, because I've been sending a million emails and they won't respond, and this thing's just sitting in my garage.
Just ship it to Michael B.
Where's it going? I'm telling them, if they don't claim it in 30 days, squatters rule. It's going to be mine. and it was signed by what's that guy? Anthony from I don't remember the channel. Big YouTube channel. I don't know. Whatever.
Cool Toy?
Yeah. No, Cool Toy didn't sign that. This is the one that made its rounds to all the Canadians.
Oh, okay.
Linus Tech Tips. That's what it's
called. That's the guy.
Linus Tech Tips. So
I think after this many it's yours, man. After this many months, it's yours. That's your cabinet. You might as well keep it.
I want to send it back to them. It was supposed to be for a charity unit or charity thing. So I want to make sure that they get it back.
So I made a video earlier today and I released it. I was like, what do you guys think they'll make? And like, nobody watched the video. I mean, we all release duds every now and then. You release a video that doesn't take off. I thought the video was okay. But Stardust here says we need more cabinets. Michael B., do you need more cabinets in your life?
No, I think I'm good for a little while.
Detroit Love, do you have the MVSX, or were you even thinking about getting that one?
I had no interest in that. I wasn't a Neo Geo guy growing up, so that was just nothing that appealed to me at all.
Yeah,
red's my favorite color. If I bought it for any reason, that would be that. But
I can always count on the Loft Army to watch PDubs videos. You guys are awesome. Maybe you can auction it off. Maybe we could do it as a Super Game Room Dudes giveaway. We give away that MVSX. I'll pay to ship it to somebody. I'll pay for it. I don't care.
It's going to cost $800 to ship from Canada.
Should we do that? Should we do that, Restalgia?
No, it's not mine, and it's not. It'll be mine in 30 days. Right. Then we can.
Here we go, guys. It's time for a trivia question to win Restalgia's MVSX cabinet. Right, buddy?
Hey, man, you want to take responsibility for that? That's fine.
Oh, it's fine. All right. Well, do me a favor.
That's what I thought.
All right. Email.
I thought it was going to be a for real picture.
Email Jay, email Bill over at Unico and SNK and say, hey, we're going to give this thing away.
We're not going to do that. We aren't ever going to. It's supposed to go for charity, man.
So can I jump in? I'm still confused by this, because at some point I was supposed to get it and I was told, oh, we can't send it to you because it's going to be auctioned off for charity. Then it never gets auctioned off for charity. I never get it. They tell Restalgia to send it to me, and then they never follow up with them. So I'm a little rubbed a little bit the wrong way that it never made its way to me. Not a big deal. I mean, I don't really care, but it was just weird.
You know what you could do? Wait, no, E3's online this year, isn't it? I was about to say you could bring it to E3 and hand it to them.
We're in a lockdown. I don't even think I'm going to be allowed out of the country by the time E3 happens.
Guys, that would be hilarious if they're at E3 showing whatever this new product is. Restalgia comes walking in with this big bar top and says, "Here you go." That would be hilarious, man. Where is Dub Zero? Well, luckily, guys, I added new firmwares, new passwords, new two-factor authentication in order to keep Dub Zero from hacking our broadcast. So the good news is, guys, I think we're safe this week from Dub Zero. I don't think anything like that's going to happen.
I got a question. I think talking about bar tops, has any of you guys ever taken your iiRcade top portion off and used it that way?
Nope, they're always like that, man.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, I got the stand because I wanted to have it as a stand-up. You know what I mean? I'll sit on a stool if I want to sit down. I mean, you know what I mean?
Oh.
What?
Oh, good job, P-Dub. Here we go.
0.
Oh God, he did it again. He did it again. Same warning though. Same warning. I'm getting worried.
There was no warning there. He's got to give us. You got to talk to your boy Dub Zero and get him to give us like a little bit more next time.
Yeah. Well, Dub Zero was a little busy this week and wasn't
a
able
little
to.
bit more spice.
I don't think Dub Zero was able to get in front of the green screen this week and give him a little bit more. But it's coming. It's coming, guys. The payoff is going to be epic, provided he breaks into the show. We're trying our best to keep him off. Thanks so much. I hope you're complimenting my eyes. Well, not that one. Someone said those eyes. Thanks, man. Thanks. I do appreciate that. All right, so moving on. Let's talk about Arcade1Up. So finally, the Atari Legacy Cabinet is out there. It's in the field, and this is pretty much the only Arcade1Up topic I wanted to hit on. Now that we've seen it in person, well, we haven't seen it in person. We've seen some people have it. They've taken some videos of it and all that stuff. Is it the best one? Or out of the 4 Legacy cabinets, which one is the best one? Michael B., what are your thoughts? Because surely you can look at that videos that we've seen of the Atari Legacy cabinet and kind of know that, yeah, that cabinet's cool or not. You know what I mean? Guys in the live chat, which one is your favorite? Go ahead. Go ahead, Michael B.
It's really nice looking. I mean, there's nothing else you can say about it. Someone took a Replicade Tempest cab today, put it next to it, and said, "Oh my God, they're reproducing." And it's stunning. It's a stunning looking cabinet based on what you want from your arcade. If you're the kind of person that likes the functional furniture, likes to collect these because it looks like a classic arcade, you're gonna really like this. The 12 games, Arca R was questionable. I don't know why they didn't just keep Lunar Lander. But the games list looks really good. Of course, 3 of the games are vertical on a horizontal screen. If you can get past that, seeing how one of them is the title game, it's fine. But from everything I've seen, everybody loves it. The original 12-in-1 was an absolute winner. I was not going to get this cab, but after watching like 1 second of Buddy's video after he posted it, I was like, all in. All my chips, all in. So I too am now going to be getting the Tempest cab.
All right, guys, there's a link in the video description on whatever platform you're watching on, as well as I just pasted a link in the live chat. If you guys could do me a favor and click on that link, open up another window, click on that link and answer that survey question. I want to get the audience's live chat. Which one is your favorite Arcade1Up Legacy cabinet? I want to see this, guys, and let's see how this plays out. We got some responses coming in. Hang on, let's share our screen. Guys, let's get some responses. Don't be afraid to share what you want to share here. So far we have, let me kind of zoom in here. Let's get those responses in, guys. We're at 29. Come on. 30 responses. So far, Atari Legacy, 76%. Midway fans, you going to let the Atari fans run wild with this?
Also, if I could jump back in, that Midway Legacy cab's really cool. Like, what a unique game list. I'm working on my review of it, and that one is going to be positive.
Mm-hmm. You know, I made a pie chart here, guys, but I was so tempted to do this as a spreadsheet. I should have done this as a spreadsheet.
I don't know why you did it as a pie chart. I don't like pie charts. Why didn't you do a bar graph?
Well, I like pie.
Pie packer?
No, not Pie Packer. Oh, by the way, Michael B., I did cancel my my Kickstarter pledge today.
Oh, really? You did?
I backed out. I backed out of Pie Packer. All right, we're at 55 responses, and Atari Legacy is running wild. Holy cow.
You can't be surprised by that, can you?
57 responses. Come on, guys, let's get some more. We got 275 people watching. Let's at least get 100. Let's get 100 on here.
The Atari is definitely the one that's my favorite of these 4. I was really looking forward to this. I did have a pre-order for it. I did cancel it because they were just playing too many games with the date. If I come across it online or in the store, I may grab it after all. But I have been looking for the 12-in-1, and it's just was impossible to find. So I was delighted when they announced this to get my hands on it. Again, I'm not a fan of them mixing the verticals and the horizontal and the landscaping games. It's just really no excuse for that. I don't know why they do that, but nevertheless, it's still a nice cabinet.
Yeah, John D kind of explained that, and I've even got to accept his explanation at this. He said the reason why is look at Atari's games list, and tell me how many vertical games they actually have. There's only like 3 or 4 vertical games they have in their library. So, I mean, it was almost impossible to do that cabinet, an Atari Legacy cabinet, with a vertical screen. Because you know how small the horizontal games look on the vertical screen. I would much rather have it the other way around.
All right, guys, I'm just...
I just want to give while you're doing that, just a quick heads up warning for people. Walmart has started to sell the Legacy cabs in the US. They're $2.99, but keep in mind that's without a riser and without a lit marquee. So just because you see a Legacy cab in Walmart in the States, $2.99 is not a sale. That's the bare bones version. Because I've seen people picking them up and saying, where's the riser? Where's the lit marquee? It doesn't come with it.
Guys, I just, because our live chat is flying, I just posted the link again in the live chat. If you want to open a separate window, it's a quick 1 second or 5-second survey. We're trying to hear from you guys which cabinet is the best. So far, 65% of the votes are for the Atari Legacy. Capcom, this is what I find surprising, guys. Can I be honest? You guys know that me and Pac-Man have beef, right? Me and Pac-Man, we have issues, right? Like, I honestly thought Pac-Man would be dead last, but look at Pac-Man. Above Capcom, 11%.
Yeah.
Capcom's only at 9.9%, guys. This is crazy.
I think that's totally fair. I think the Capcom one is the worst of the 4.
Wow.
I think the Capcom one for sure is the worst of the 4. I think Atari is the best of the 4. And then I would say that it's probably a good mix up between the Midway and the Namco one.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait. So I did cancel my Pie Packer pledge, but I did order the Atari Legacy cabinet. I ordered it from QVC, guys, and it's going to be here on Monday, if not Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that Legacy cabinet. I'm pretty excited about it. I have a lot of high hopes for this one, especially with that slanted screen. Like that Mortal Kombat cabinet, I couldn't stand in front of it. I feel like I'll be able to stand in front of this one. You know what I mean? And that excites me.
Oh, I made a video that shows you how to stand in front of it. If you watch my Capcom review,
it's like
the Matrix.
You guys didn't see the outtakes where Michael B set up 2 folding chairs and did a Jean-Claude Van Damme split while he was playing his arcade machines. It was pretty epic. Well, I thought we were going to get to 100 responses, but our viewers are very, very busy folks right now. So 77 responses. Maybe we should just close it up here. We're at 63%. Guys, Atari Legacy is the runaway winner. It does appear that the arcade and gaming world likes that one the most. That's pretty exciting. Detroit Love, what are your thoughts about this, that Atari's blowing away Midway and Capcom? What do you think about that, man? I mean, it's Atari.
It's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Like I said, I think from the nostalgic standpoint, Atari is just classic. And we start talking about legacy, Atari is just the one to have for sure.
Yeah.
It looks the best.
Yeah.
Without question. You don't even have to like Tempest. It still looks the best.
Oh, so do you think people are voting just based upon appearance, not like which cabinet, because this is supposed to be not which is the best looking, which is the best overall, in your opinion, from everything you know about it. And we are at 80 responses, and yeah, it's just smoking it. It's smoking it.
Yeah, and it's exactly that. I'm Tempest is the least favorite of mine of that list. But I will buy it.
I love Dylan. He's like, I'm just voting on looks.
Yeah, most people are. So you like Tempest better than Arca or you like Arca better than Tempest?
I haven't played that game, but the other ones I would play over Tempest. But I like the look of the cabinet without a doubt. Again, I wanted to get the 12-in-1 anyway. And so to have the look in that piece of it, just makes sense.
Cogs RS, that's me. I'm shallow, and I like good-looking cabs. Atari for the win. All right, guys, time to do as we always do every week, because we always love promoting other YouTube channels. Rainwater Games, Jeff Rainwater, is starting to produce YouTube content. Guys, do us a favor, go check out his channel. If you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button. And of course, we will always recommend that you check out Mr. and Mrs. Kongs R Us. They do great work on their channel. Make sure if you haven't done it already, go click that subscribe button and follow their videos. Who else would you recommend right now? Who's kind of hot right now out there? Go ahead, Michael B.
So you might notice, I'm going to self-promote myself because I'm a piece of garbage, but you might notice that this stream is not actually happening on my channel tonight. That's because I did a sponsored video, sponsored in the way that I got a free headset and game, but I did a sponsored video for Oculus today on the Star Wars Pinball VR. So everybody do me a favor and go check that out. I'd really appreciate it. Part of that condition was I couldn't post anything else for 24 hours, so that's why the show's not on my channel tonight. So go check out my Star Wars Pinball VR video.
That Hansel, he's so hot right now. Guys, go check out Michael B. He worked hard on that video. And
I did.
And he had to redo it several times.
Yeah.
So he spent more time on it than he should have. Go check out his video. Restalgia, who's a great channel that people should be watching right now? Who's doing really good work? Obviously, I like B Kong, Kongs Are Us. I like, what is that? I always get the two channels confused. There's Your Average Gamer, and then is it Old Console Gamer? And I keep wanting to say like old Average Gamer. I keep wanting to say their channels wrong. Oh God, what's his channel name again? You guys remember?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. Put it in the live chat, guys. I screw this up every week. Every week I screw
nobody
this
knows
up.
what you're talking about.
19K Fox. Yes, you guys definitely want to check out 19K Fox. 19K Fox puts together some good work. Here, let me find. You guys are embarrassing. Because because there's too many channels where they keep putting the word gamer in their channel name, and I keep getting their names mixed up. But when I see their videos pop up because I subscribe to them, I'm like, oh yeah, it's this gamer. Here we go. It's Original Console Gamer. That's it. Original Console Gamer. I'm going to put his channel up here. Hang on. This guy, I'm becoming a fan of. I love his honesty. I love his transparency. Guys, do me a favor. Go check out Original Console Gamer on YouTube. Click that subscribe button. We'd greatly, greatly appreciate it.
You know what I've been watching lately? Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my God.
I don't know
really?
why. Yeah, I got suggested, and then I watched 1 or 2 videos, and now my entire feed is just straight up Gordon Ramsay. It's Hell's Kitchen, or it's Kitchen Nightmares, or whatever. I'm just watching Gordon Ramsay all day, every day now. That's it. I got sucked into
that's
the
really
Gordon
nice
Ramsay
that you
loop.
gave him a plug. Like he
I mean, he's a small content creator.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you support the small guys, right?
So, well, I missed it there. Third Floor Arcade. Someone suggested in the comments.
We plug him every week. We plug him every week.
Jason's a good friend of us. I know.
He owes us a plug.
And he just got engaged. That happened live on his channel. But I will tell you, don't go watch his content unless his arcade is posted exactly in the bedroom and you get that specific shot. Anything else is just trash. You can only watch the videos with.
Wait a minute. Did he propose to the fern? The fern that's next to like every.
He proposed to the fern.
The Third Floor Arcade with Jason, engaged to the fern. Make sure you guys go check it out on his channel. Did he actually film him proposing?
Yep. Yeah,
oh
because they do the series where it's he does like a girlfriend versus where they high score, they go against each other, and he proposed on it.
All right, guys, who else should people be watching? Yes, Evil Genius Entertainment. I actually just met this guy in person, just started talking to him behind the scenes within the last couple of weeks. And actually, we're going to have EGE on our show coming up in a future episode. He's going to get the invite, and I'm pretty sure he's going to say yes. He's a pretty Evil Genius Entertainment's a good guy. We'll have him on our show.
There's 2 that I really like. You know, you guys know I like the GameRoom 77. She has some impressive stuff. Always worth watching. Another guy, I think he's out of New York, I believe. His name is Holly. Holly does a great job. Watch his videos. He like to mod the Arcade1Up cabinets, but keep them stocked. Don't add any extra buttons and things like that. And so he really teach you how to do that. He likes to keep, like, if you get Star Wars, he like to just put just the two-way games on it. If he has Pac-Man, he only adds the 4-way games, but he shows you how to do that and keep it stock without adding coin buttons and things like that. So Holly has some great content. You should definitely check his channel out.
You know, guys, we're so busy this week, we didn't get to put together another For Real with Restalgia, so we're just going to have to give you a little montage here. And remember all that is wonderful about being furry and funny, and that is Steven Restalgia. There he is right there. Let's not forget Steven Restalgia. There he is, Ted 3. Let's not forget Wicked.
That's the best one.
I should have done the Google survey. Which For Real with Restalgia is the best? Since I didn't make a new one, you get all of them, Restalgia.
Is that my face? Go back to that one. Can you go back?
That is your face. They basically just put your eyes and the bottom part of your face on John Candy.
That is literally your face.
I like this one the best.
Yep, that one's really cool. That one's really good.
That one's also really good. I like that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, but I mean,
I could actually dress up like that for.
And your impression of MichaelB The Game Genie was amazing, Restalgia. Your impression of MichaelB The Game Genie here. So that was pretty good.
That's a real picture. That's what you guys don't know. It's a real picture.
Yeah, there you guys go, right there. And let's not forget. Do I still have it? Now let's make this picture come to life.
It's so weird.
It's alive.
Oh, jeez.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, it makes me really uncomfortable because it looks like me. It's weird.
All right, let me get that off of there. It's so funny.
Oh, man, it's so creepy.
I want to leave it up, but I can't. All right, guys, I think we've hit our breaking point. We do have some other information that we'll probably save for the I Hate Monday show or the Chill and Chat with Michael B. All that good stuff.
That was kind of Super Game Room dudes after show, after hours, after dark. Is that what we're calling it? We doing that tonight, Detroit Love?
It's on Detroit Love.
Yeah, I don't plan anything. I'm very spontaneous.
So, one thing we might do a little bit differently here is broadcast exclusively on Detroit Love's channel after the Super Game Room Dudes goes off the air is a post-party show. You guys, if you're still up, still want to hang out, go check out that show. And all that good stuff. Do us a favor, make sure you subscribe to all the hosts. Give us a thumbs up on the way out if you enjoyed all the wonderful content. We tried to give you as much news and giggles as we could tonight, and we had a lot to go through. Detroit Love,
right,
whenever
guys,
you're ready.
we appreciate you watching. Make sure you thumb up to all the videos. And until next time, guys, we'll see you on the web.
For real. I forgot.